Making it spooky. What's up, guys? Welcome to Russ Lyman's Halloween Special 2022. Welcome back, and I hope you guys are ready to have a great time. We got a bunch of segments ready for you guys, and I also have a few guests that are going to be doing segments on the special tonight, so hope you're excited for that. We're gonna kick things off by checking out my buddy Bill's house. He decorated it to the nine with a Nightmare Before Christmas theme. Also, quick shout out to Bill and Veronica, the newlywed couples. They just got married last week. I was actually in the wedding party. It was a great wedding. And his dog Zero was there as well, so that was a bonus. So I headed over to my buddy Bill's house to check out his Halloween decorations. Russ Lyman's Halloween Special will be right back after these messages.
Wow, Millhouse, that frozen black cherries turned your tongue black. My tongue's black too.
Let me try.
Hey,
Must have black tongue.
This Halloween, the Simpsons are at Burger King. Now in every big kid's meal you can get a Simpsons spooky light up. They gleam, there is scream, and you can collect all 15 at Burger King. Where else?
Hey, what's a ghost's favorite play? Romeo and Juliet.
We now return to Russ Lyman's Halloween Special.
Wow, guys, what do you think of that house? He told me he didn't even put out all the stuff that he had because they're leaving for their honeymoon in a couple days and he didn't want to have to haul everything back in. But he said last year they had the inside all done up and the full yard was filled with gravestones. But I still think it looks awesome and that skeleton is killer. Speaking of killer, my buddy Thom Bulman was at Retro Game Con when I was there and I sat down with him and did a little interview. He does custom shoes and clothing and he actually used to do tattoos. He was on Ink Master and I had gotten a tattoo from him a while back when me and David Apuzzo went to go visit him. Dave was picking up some custom shoes. He got some custom Ghostbuster sneakers which came out awesome. Dave was super pumped to pick them up. So I sat down with Thom to discuss all his horror shoes. He has a ton of horror themed shoes and I think they look fantastic. Let's have a look.
What's up, Thom?
Hey, how's it going? Russ,
what
you doing?
This is my buddy Thom.
Catchiest theme song ever. Bring it back.
Bring it back. Maybe I'll bring it back. So we're gonna check out some horror themed shoes. You do custom shoes. We got some Sonic ones right here.
Some Sonics right here, but yeah, we do some custom shoes over here at Bolairs.
Nice. What do you got? What do you got? Scream? I know I've seen those before.
I can't mention Scream.
Oh, so
there's a mask with with a long face and some black stuff that I might have made some samples of, and that's totally it.
Nice, nice.
So there's that. There's Leatherface I did. I've done 8-Bit Jason,
nice,
which is my favorite. I've done a couple of different versions of Freddy, Nightmare on Elm Street, which is one of my personal favorites. Hellraiser, I did a pinhead.
I don't know if I saw those.
Yeah, I'll have to show you those ones. Those are really fun. They'll poke your eye out. So
imagine little,
exactly. I feel like I've done a Halloween shoe, Mike Myers. There's a cool one with the little dagger on the side.
Nice.
Which is super fun. I also did like a really fun, campy, like Halloween dunks. Remember with the pumpkin swoosh on the side?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it had all that cool.
Now, a lot of these, are they like one-offs or
most
small
of
batch?
No, most of them were one-offs. The Freddy Kruegers, those were a pop drop, which are usually limited to about 20 to 30 pairs, and everything after that is sold out. You can't get any more.
That's it, no more.
Got to get them while the getting's good.
Excellent. So where do you come up with the ideas to make your shoe? Like you sketch them out?
Yeah, so I have like as you know, I used to be a tattoo artist, so I used to draw them out. I draw them out in my Procreate. You know, I sketch them all out.
Yeah.
Kind of just brainstorm, and then I send them off to the client, and the client approves it, or they say, hey, let's tweak this. It's kind of a collaborative process. So we go back and forth, and then we come to like a really good point where like that's it. This is the shoe.
That's the shoe.
And then it goes into production. We make shoe dreams come true.
Shoe dreams come true.
I like to say nostalgia in every step.
Oh, nice, nice. There we go. That's
trademark.
Yeah, I figured it'd be awesome to chat with you. Since you do custom shoes and we're doing a Halloween special, it's like Thom made some awesome scary shoes. Why not showcase them?
You might even have nightmares.
Oh, how about that?
They're that good.
And you did open up a shop too. You got a
so we have
store?
A brick and mortar store in Cortland, New York, College Town. If you like Long Island people, you can come to our town. Long Island people and cows. So that's what we do over there. But no, it's a actual brick and mortar retail store. Come in. We're calling it a showroom in my offices. So you come in, kind of see everything on display. I got all the custom shoes, the ones that I've made too.
Yeah.
They're all like displayed behind glass, and you can kind of come in. You can kind of cherry pick like what you like in the shoes. And if you want to like have a one-on-one design process, you just come in, talk to me. We can sit down and literally like just like I like this, I like this, I like this.
Yeah, like this fabric or whatever.
Yeah, some people need to see the fabric.
Well, similar to have you seen the World According to Jeff Goldblum?
Yes.
And he had a shoe episode where he designed his
and that's done by the guy that taught me how to make shoes. That's Thom.
Wow, no kidding.
So he's the actual guy that taught me how to make shoes. So I learned from him. So
there you go, small world.
You gotta learn from the best. What up, Thom?
Sweet. So Thom. If you want to check them out,
check them out.
Belair's right.
Belair's.
Right there. Website will be in the description. Show them some love.
Fresh Prince of Belair's.
Russ Lyman's Halloween special will be right back after these messages.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dreadful, and this is the Dr. Dreadful Food Lab. Makes lots of gross things, and then you eat them. Dr. Dreadful's monster skin. Care for a tasty tarantula, fly, cockroach? You can make swarms. And now magic powder, stir, and monster brains. Fruity. The Dr. Dreadful Food Lab makes gross things again and again. It's totally dreadful.
We now return to Russ Lyman's Halloween special.
So awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed those shoes. And if you want any information on Thom or maybe getting some products, there'll be links in the description down below. I actually picked up this Doom jacket that he put together. Had my eye on it at the show and I knew I had to go home with it. Definitely love all the details on it, on the sleeve, the patches. I ended up streaming the game Doom 1 and 2 while wearing the jacket, just for a spooky stream. And speaking of, I want to check out a game that is on the NES that not a lot of people talk about. That's Nightmare on Elm Street. A lot of people play Friday the 13th. Maybe they haven't played Nightmare on Elm Street. Let's take a look.
Alright guys, we're going to be playing some Nightmare on Elm Street. Everyone talks about Friday the 13th. Not too many people talk about this game. It is 4 players, which you could use the 4 score, which I've done in the past. A little confusing, but we're just going to play single player right now. So you take control of no-name guy here, and your object is to try to get in these houses. The confusing part is, see, the doors are closed. Some of the houses you can go in when the doors are closed. You would think if it's open, okay, you can go in, but nope. Gotta punch this snake in the face, he got me. Punch that snake in the face. Jump for the rocks. Bats. Alright, maybe we could go in this house? Yep. So the door was open, we could go in. So we're trying to collect Freddy's bones. It's his bone right there. Almost looks like a wrench, right? But it's a bone. And then look, I could get some speed. Or die, you know? There's a bone right here. Look, you could barely see it. That's another big complaint is it's hard to see the bones. Sometimes you miss them. You have to get every bone in the level in order to fight Freddy. Oh! We got hit too many times, so now we're going into the dream world. So the enemies are harder. This is almost like in Castlevania 2, when you go to nighttime, and the enemies are harder to defeat. Now you're in Dreamland. Boom. Get the bone. 6 bones left. 5. So if you get the radio, you can wake up from the dream world. Let's go. Play that rock music. Alright, so we're in regular world. 4 bones. Try to jump over that big old rat. And this guy. Alright, now we can fight Freddy. A version of Freddy. Here he comes. Ah! So it's just his glove on some balls. It helps if you have like a projectile thing. But you have to get more pieces of those little things to get like your Dream Warrior power. Yeah! Oh, too far. Too far. All the guys are killing me. Ah! Am I gonna make it? Another guy dead. Get him! Yeah! Alright. Get our key. We're on to the next house. So we gotta keep going. Killed by a bat! Nope, can't go in there. Come on! Walked into the rock. Oh, Freddy's coming for me. Can we get into a house? Will that help stop him? That's it. That was the house, number 1. He's still gonna come for me. Maybe we can get some bones before then. Freddy's coming! Gotta punch him in the face. Jump over him. Come on, one-on-one here. There we go. We beat him out. He retreated. These bats are relentless.
Russ Lyman's Halloween special will be right back after these messages.
Check it out! You guys do something? Come on, shut up, shut up!
You guys are so immature. Was that your sister? I'm not sure. Get out of here!
Why did the ghost starch his sheets? He wanted everyone to be scared stiff.
We now return to Russ Lyman's Halloween special.
Alright, well, we'll check back in and see how much further I could get in Nightmare on Elm Street. It's definitely a tough game for the NES. But maybe you're more new gen and you want to check out some spooky games on the Switch. Well, my buddy Jay from Square Pegs put together a list of some games you should check out.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Jay from Square Pegs, and Russ asked me to stop by because every month, against my better judgment and my bank's financial statement, I go onto the eShop and I find 5 hidden gems that I think are just spectacular, and seeing as how this is a spooky month, I figured I'd give you 5 scary games that you should pick up right now. Up first, we've got The Mummy Demastered, which is a run-and-gun shoot-'em-up from Way Forward, which is fantastic. Now, this is based on the Mummy movie that Tom Cruise was in, but don't let that dissuade you because the game is spectacular. One of my favorite games on the eShop, one of my favorite games on this list, and at only 20 bucks normally, and I think it's on sale for like 8 bucks right now, you should check this one out. Definitely worth looking into. Next up, we have a game called Trigger Witch, which admittedly is leaning a little bit further away from the spooky side of things, but I absolutely adore this game. This feels like it stepped out of the 16-bit era, like it was a lost Sega Genesis classic, and is a fantastic action-adventure game that I truly enjoy and have played tons of hours on. It is absolutely worth every penny of the $14.99 price, and I think if you check it out, you're going to love this one. But it's not just single-player games I'm looking at. One of the ones I wanted to talk about now is Riddled Corpses EX, a fantastic twin-stick shooter that is great single-player, but only improves when you play it multiplayer. This is only $10. This game is a steal, and it is an absolutely fantastic, over-the-top, crazy pixelated gore everywhere with the zombies just dying, blowing up, being set on fire. It is so much fun. It's a $10 game, like I said. This is a steal and has a ton of replay value in it. Most expensive game on this list is one of my favorites, however, and that is Ghosts and Goblins Resurrected. This one came out of nowhere for me. I didn't know what to expect about this game, because Ghosts and Goblins can go one of two ways for me. I hated the NES Ghosts and Goblins, loved Ghouls and Ghosts, so I was hoping this is going to edge a little bit closer to Ghouls and Ghosts, and I was not disappointed. I love the animation style in this. It feels like a paper doll come to life. I love the look, the sound is great, the challenge is right there. This is decidedly a Ghosts and Goblins game. It will be frustrating, but it is rewarding and absolutely worth playing. It's normally $29.99, but right now it's on sale for $19.99. Finally, we come to Curse to Golf, one of my favorite new games of the year, a fantastic sports title that turns the sport decidedly on its ear. You are killed in the championship round and you are down in the underworld trying to work your way out, going through each and every different kind of course that there is. This is a roguelite sports game, which doesn't seem like it should make any sense, but it works so well. A magnificent title. It's $19.99 and well worth checking out. If you like golf, you need to check this one out. All right, there you have it, guys. My 5 games that I think you should check out this holiday season. They are spooky, they are scary, they are creepy, they are kooky. And now back to that guy who is, of course, altogether ooky, Russ.
Russ Lyman's Halloween special will be right back after these messages.
I heard him yelling in the castle. Fix me. His name's Big Frank. Fix me. I said, I'm going to fix you. The talking monster, Big Frank.
I'll fix you, Big Frank. Monster Boy fixed. Good. How do you feel now, Frank?
I'm alive. It's always fun to fix him. A talking monster, Big Frank.
Thank you. Big Frank talks and his eyes light up. Batteries not included.
We now return to Russ Lyman's Halloween special.
Nice, Jay. Those were some awesome games. I'm definitely going to have to hop into the eShop and put some of those on my wish list. And guys, we got musical guest Lame Genie in the house performing Monty's Golf Swamp from Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Let's check it out.
Russ Lyman's Halloween special will be right back after these messages.
This Halloween, party with your favorite monsters during Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios, Florida. And right now, carve out savings of up to $16 off admission with this special coupon you'll find on 2 liters of Pepsi. For details, visit a Pepsi display near you. Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios. Hurry to Ticketmaster today for advance tickets, while you can still slash the price.
We now return to Russ Lyman's Halloween special.
Woo, that looked intense. Now, I personally never played any of the Five Nights at Freddy games, but I watched lots of gameplay, and they're fun jump scare games, so awesome. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the metal rendition of that. They're gonna be back later on with another tune, but before that, let's get into some food. It's snacky snack time.
Snacky snack time. Yummy, yummy, yum, yum, yummy, yummy, yum. Yummy, yummy, yum, yum, yummy, yummy, yum, 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 yum.
Russ, what you doing?
Let's find out. We got spooky cereal, Steph.
Maybe you should have spooked me coming up out of the boxes.
You want me to scare you next time? So we all know Count Chocula, right? The classic Halloween cereal. We all had it.
I've never had it. This was my first time having it.
This happens quite often with my wife.
Oh no!
Movies she hasn't seen, things she has to try. So we did pick up Count Chocula, and she was at the grocery store. She said, "Can I pick up anything else for you?" And I seen they had other cereals. So they have Frosted Flakes that's spooky, and Apple Jacks as well right here. So both by Kellogg's, and what makes them spooky?
Oh yeah, so they're both by Kellogg's. So it's the same thing that makes both of them spooky. They have spooky marshmallows.
Spooky marshmallows. That's what it said. It literally
marshmallows.
says on the box.
And they're the same. They're the same marshmallows in each of the cereals.
Yeah, bewitched bats, mischievous monsters.
Yeah.
And ghoulish ghosts.
Ghoulish ghosts. Yes. So it's chocolate Frosted Flakes with spooky marshmallows. And regular Apple Jacks.
And regular
with
Apple
spooky marshmallows.
With spooky marshmallows. Yeah, we didn't get the other. We got Frankenberry, Fruit Brute, and Boo Berry. I believe are the other two. Three. Sorry, three.
Know.
I think those are the names. I think I got them right. And then Count Chocula. So we're gonna give it a whirl. Which cereal you wanna?
I'm gonna do the Count Chocula.
Count Chocula. Get some bowls.
Okay.
You take that. Now I don't even know if there's regular, just chocolate Frosted Flakes.
I
thought that was new too.
So, because I'm a Frosted Flakes fan, and I don't think I've ever seen chocolate Frosted Flakes.
So I'm gonna go with Apple Jacks, which if you guys watch Food Theory, know that it's also Fruit Loops. They're the same.
Oh yeah, so for Apple Jacks they only use the orange and green rings, and then they put a special coating of, is it like apple cinnamon sugar?
Yeah,
on
whatever
top?
these specs are on here.
Yeah.
Oops, I'm making a mess already, Jesus. So we'll get a little helping in here, and we got some almond milk.
Sorry, I don't like regular milk.
Put that there. Give me some milk, Steph. That's a lot of milk. It's alright. This way I can mix it around. I think it dyes the milk. Or it just tints it. I can't tell.
Well, because some of the marshmallows are purple,
right.
So the milk's kind of taking on a slight purple.
All the
tint.
bats are purple in here. Yep, sugary sweet. I'm a little jealous.
Spooky.
I'm gonna say yours you get chocolate milk because yours is chocolate.
Yeah, so I've got chocolate cereal with chocolate marshmallows, so I get chocolate milk at the end. It's really good.
Nice.
I don't know how I never had this growing up.
You were deprived as a child. Couldn't have the spooky cereal. I can't say, well, we don't have cable, but I don't see any commercials for like cereal nowadays.
True. I feel like you'd see a lot of ads, like, as a kid growing up.
Oh, yeah.
For all this stuff. But
Yeah, when you're watching all the,
now, like, what do the kids
cartoons
do
and
now?
stuff.
There's no commercials. How do they know?
Unless if it's a commercial on YouTube.
It's just TikTok and YouTube.
But, yeah, it's not much difference from regular Apple Jacks here, other than it has the marshmallows. And you do get the cool box art as well here, where you have you guys kind of mummified, dressed up there. And on the back, you got some activities to do, yeah. So that's always fun while you're eating your cereal. Plop your box right there and look for some spooky cargo.
That's right.
Can you spot 8 differences between these 2 trunk or treat cars?
Ooh.
Yep, I get toucan Sam in there and everything.
Nice.
So, yeah, the Rice Krispie guys.
I feel like this is what childhood used to be, right? Like, you'd sit at the table in the morning, you'd have your cereal, you didn't have your cell phone or YouTube.
Right,
so, like, you'd play the game on the back of the cereal box.
Yeah, something to look at.
That was so much fun.
Also, why does Count Chocula have X's?
He can't be dead.
On his face, like, on both sides, there's X's. And then even on the side of the guys.
But also, yeah, like
they have eyes.
Is that Frankenberry and Blueberry?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, they all have X's for eyes.
Right, so I don't know if it's, like,
is that new?
the design for this box, or I don't know.
Huh.
I thought maybe it was like, make a mask, like cut his face out and cut out the eyes or something weird, but I don't know.
Just makes him more creepy.
Yeah, I guess so. Creepy Count Chocula. So, yeah, let us know in the comments down below, guys. If you tried any of these cereals, have you seen the new ones in a Target or grocery store near you? And did you pick it up and try it?
What's your favorite? I like Count Chocula.
Russ Lyman's Halloween special will be right back after these messages.
A haunted house. Wow, Kellogg's mask. Scary how I love those sweet little puffs of wheat. A mirror? I'll shine some light on this mystery. There they are. Hey, what the... Oh my. And I want snacks to be part of my complete breakfast.
But kids, you could help Big'em. Just connect the dots on the back of the box to see how he gets an A. And for helping, a free Big'em flashlight with mail-in certificate.
So why do ghosts go on diets? To keep their ghoulish figure.
We now return to Russ Lyman's Halloween special.
Alright, now that our bellies are full, what else is there to talk about but playing with some toys. There's certainly a lot of fun horror-themed toys out there, spooky toys, whatever you want to call them. And my buddy Ed over at Ed's Retro Geek Out definitely wants to show you some of his favorite spooky toys.
Hey Russ, what are you doing? Don't you know it's the spooky season? I guess you do, because you asked me for my top 3 scary toys. And yeah, I can't do 3, that's the devil's number, so I gotta do a top 4 just for you. First up, we got... Mighty Max is a Polly Pocket-like toy line from the 90s made by Bluebird Toys. And as you can see, they got some gruesome stuff going on over here. And even though this is a big, huge play set where Max has to fight the Dungeon Master, a lot of them were actually way smaller and you could bring the horror along pocket size. So yeah. These playsets were definitely something gruesome to look forward to whenever you got your hands on them, and definitely fit the scary toy profile. Sticking with awesome sculpting, in the number 2 spot, I put Skeleton Warriors, a Playmates line that could definitely fit in with some of your turtles as well. The detail on these is just amazing. I can't believe how cool this was to have sculpted. Unfortunately, the wave only lasted 1 year. The second wave got cancelled, so this Playmates line was just a little fad in the 90s overflow. Very cool, gruesome figures like this. Oracula, oh man, just look at it, like the little fading on everything over here. Obviously, the skeletons weren't the good guys, but these were the ones selling toys. Oh yeah. Now what do you think of when you think of scary toys? You think of Universal monsters, you think of ghosts, you think of anything that could be in a horror movie. But back in the 80s, you also had to throw in a little bit of action features or gimmicks. And that's definitely what this Tonka line did in the late 80s. These are supernaturals. You could get little tiny ghostlings and bigger figures like this one that could open up, revealing a gruesome hologram on the inside. This is some of the stuff you would usually see on like a deathcore album or like a grindcore thing. So gruesome, like a weird zombie-like skeleton in there. Little ghostlings had the same thing going on with the hologram, and bonus points because their weapons glow in the dark. It's something you definitely need for your scary toys. And then obviously in the #1 spot, I had to pick Boglins. These dudes are super awesome. They also have their eyes that glow in the dark, so you know what that means. Bonus points. Oh yeah. The crazy thing is that you can move these eyes around, so you don't have to look too suspicious. When you start moving around the mouth, everything starts moving. It's like this thing is freaking alive. You could scare your sister with it. You could scare your parents with it. Maybe some of your teachers and everything. These dudes really made it possible for a kid back in the late 80s to, you know, take over a little demon form like it. And yeah, I just love these guys. They're maybe not too scary, but they're some of the coolest toy concepts that came out in the 80s.
So yeah, what do you think about that, Russ?
That's my top 4. Thanks so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of this video. Bye.
Russ Lyman's Halloween special will be right back after these messages.
It's a gloomy day in my neighborhood.
Hey, Beetlebum! Off my grass!
Beetlebum, mow this, move! You old buzzard. Oh, it's a gloomy day.
Beetlebum, off my street!
Gonna be one of those days. Booga booga! Go rat on somebody else. Hey, now there's an outfit that's me. Figure so separately. Ta-da!
Skipping school, Mr. Bugjuice?
It's not Bugjuice. It's Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Uh-oh.
We now return to Russ Lyman's Halloween special.
Ooh, that was certainly some spooky toys. Thanks, Ed, so much for showcasing that for us. Maybe we can see how I'm doing in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Definitely a creepy atmosphere, I would say. They do a good job on that. The enemies could have been, you know, stupid ghosts like that. I like the, you know, the things that turn into Freddy there. A spider that looks like Freddy. Those are fun. The boombox. Let's go back to the real world. Come on, bats. Okay. I got two bones to get over here. Ah! Leave me alone, bats! Oh, we still gotta get these. Come on! I thought I could, like, just take the hit. Leave me alone! Come on! Gah! Freddy's coming. Let's see what form he takes this time. Oh, it's his head now on balls. Oh, is it his tongue? What's coming out? Can I fight those things? Yeah, okay. Just punch him in the face. Get the tongues. What do I go for? Tongues, his face. They never stop. It was just gotta take the hits. There we go. Give me the key. Let's get out of here. So that's 2 houses down. Not sure how many there are in full. Go. Wouldn't turn around fast enough. Okay, is this house open? Yep. There's a bone over here. Ooh, bone down there. Oof. Come on, they're all coming for me down here. Let's go. There's a bone. So many deaths just from not jumping. I tell you, the controls are your worst enemy here. This music's kind of hyping you up. Last bone. Okay, now we can go upstairs. Oh, here we go. So I should be able to turn in, if it goes into Dream World, I should be able to turn into the better guy. Now they're dropping rocks. Oh, no, we gotta be higher. What is this? Oh, gives you health. Okay. There we go. Ah, it killed me, though. Worth it. We got the bone. They just gang up on you. Game over. Guys, that was it. We got about 3 levels in on Nightmare on Elm Street. Not really talked about too much. And it's more expensive than Friday the 13th, so I think maybe people aren't purchasing it or trying it because of that, but it's a tough game, but hey, spooky too. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the Let's Play of it.
Russ Lyman's Halloween special will be right back after these messages.
As Halloween approaches, you have to prepare yourself for what might happen. More orange sprinkles. It's a special time of year, and Dunkin' Donuts is dressing up their donuts for the occasion. And here's the werewolf. So come to Dunkin' Donuts and get into the spirit of Halloween.
We'd like some Halloween donuts, please.
Oh, of course.
We now return to Russ Lyman's Halloween special.
And guys, if you love the Nightmare on Elm Street series, I did a full cosplay of NES Freddy right here with the orange color scheme. You don't see that too often at conventions. When I first did my NES Jason, I thought I was kind of one of the first few that did it, at least made a DIY, and now lots of people are doing it, which is awesome. So I'm seeing more NES Jasons at conventions. Not so much Freddy, so check out that video if you want to see how I put together the costume. Fairly easy, maybe you could do the cosplay yourself. Like I said, guys, that one is certainly a hard game. One that I haven't beaten yet. I have beaten the Friday the 13th game, but not its counterpart, Nightmare on Elm Street. So, looks like Freddy's winning this year. Well, maybe you're more into new-gen games. My buddy Josh over at Your Player 2 has a list of games that you should check out on the Steam Deck.
Alright, so first off, huge thanks to Russ for having me on. Now, over on my channel, I've been covering a lot of Steam Deck stuff lately, but whenever Russ hit me up about a collab for spooky games, I was very excited because I've been covering a lot of that over on my channel, though more specifically for the Steam Deck. And my selection today is for the Steam Deck, however, you can also pick it up for the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and Mac. So with all that being said, my selection for a good spooky game to play this Halloween season would be Savage Halloween. Now, Savage Halloween is just a delightfully fun action platformer that's kind of a throwback to the 8-bit era. So if you grew up at all playing games like Castlevania, Ghosts and Goblins, Contra, Mega Man, you're going to have some idea of what to expect here. And honestly, this whole thing feels like as much of a love letter to the 8-bit era as it does to Halloween itself. And honestly, if I sat here and thought about it, I could probably think about half a dozen other games that are slyly referenced as you continue to play through Savage Halloween. The basic setup is that all manner of monsters get to have one night a year on Halloween where they're actually allowed back from the afterlife to basically hang out for a 24-hour rave. However, the problem in this particular Halloween is that an evil vampire has sealed the portal that would allow them to return because he wants to keep the party going forever, which honestly is a pretty tremendous setup in its own right. And from the outset, you can choose to play as either James, Lulu, or Dominica, so you've got some flexibility in terms of which character you actually want to play through the adventure with, and depending on your choice, they'll have a different stat distribution between jump, attack, and health. And in that regard, it kind of reminded me of the character selection screen from Super Mario Bros. 2. But then after you select your character, it's time to dive right into the action, which I believe comprises about 7 spooky-filled levels, and along the way you'll be blasting at a variety of Halloween-themed enemies with all manner of weapons, from those as crude as a shotgun, to one that actually produces literal bats in a shotgun-esque spray. Plus, each one of the characters has their own special ability as well. Now, it does feature 8-way directional aiming, so you will have to hold down, I believe it was the Y button on the Steam Deck to choose which direction you're going to shoot in. And I would say for the most part, all of the shooting and platforming feels absolutely great in this game. Although I will say that right out of the gate, I was a little bit skeptical, expecting this might be a low effort kind of game where there really wasn't a whole lot of variety to the gameplay. However, I was happily surprised to find that in addition to just having your regular action platforming sections, they do break up the action a little bit by dipping their toe into other genres as you continue to go through its levels and boss battles. For instance, in one of these sub-levels, there's an actual shoot-'em-up section, and then another, there's a legitimate homage to Battletoads' speeder bike sections. And while I'm sure a lot of us remember just how brutal those can be, one of the other things that I really like about Savage Halloween, aside from just the obvious Halloween coat of paint, is the fact that they are a lot more liberal with their save points than retro titles of yesteryear. So if you're worried about going into this and having 8-bit era difficulty, you shouldn't worry about it that much, because it's pretty good at making sure that your progress gets automatically saved. And while admittedly I haven't beaten it just yet, I've had a really good time with it so far, not just on the regular moment-to-moment action that you have in the beginning of the levels, but also the boss fights are pretty fun too. And honestly, I'm just surprised this flew so far under my radar, but I'm sure glad that I found it. But yeah, if you're looking for a fun retro action platformer with, again, a distinctly Halloween coat of paint, I think Savage Halloween is definitely worth a look. So all that being said, Russ, thank you again for having me on, and I will kick it back to you.
Russ Lyman's Halloween special will be right back after these messages.
The scariest thing about Halloween is that everyone is beginning to look a lot alike. That's why we created the Boo Bazaar at Hallmark. We have an amazing array of awesome accessories, lapel pins, and clip-ons. Plus our exclusive Baby Boo and Boo Junior lines for kids. So this year, be an original. Scare up your costume at Hallmark's Boo Bazaar, because there's nothing more frightening than the same old thing.
We now return to Russ Lyman's Halloween special.
I'm actually playing Savage Halloween right now, Josh. I downloaded it the other day, started playing it, and enjoyed it so much, so it's funny that you chose that one. So guys, definitely check this game out. If you got a Switch, you can grab it on there, or grab it on the Steam Deck. Yeah. Well guys, to close out our show, we got musical guest Lame Genie performing one more song. It's gonna be from the Halloween End soundtrack, The Procession. Let's get it.
Russ Lyman's Halloween special will be right back after these messages.
Leo has a special treat for your whole family. You can take home any of these great Halloween classics for just $7.99. Or rent 2 movies and get them for $3.99. Now, if that's not a reason to scream, what is? Make it a blockbuster fright.
We now return to Russ Lyman's Halloween special.
Well guys, that was my Halloween special. Hopefully you enjoyed it and had a great time. Maybe seeing those old commercials brought back some nostalgia memories. If you guys want to check out any of the people that were in the episode, there's going to be links in the description to their channels, so be sure to go over there, support them, and tell them Russ Lyman sent you. And if you guys haven't already, I do have Russ Lyman zombie t-shirts. They do come in black as well, and stickers, so you can pick one up in my Etsy shop. Just check out bitbybit.life if you want to grab one for yourself. Well everyone, I hope you have a happy and safe Halloween. Thanks so much for checking out the special. Be sure to subscribe if you're not already, because I put out videos weekly. And if you guys want to check out this video right here, this is the short that I made last year with my wife. It was a short horror film for a competition, put it together in about 2 days, and it was a fun time. So be sure to check that out. As always guys, I'm Russ Lyman, and keep your world fun bit by bit. I'll see you next episode.